Hi, it's Joe with My Things to Do, and today my things to do is to go ahead and make some hors d'oeuvres for a little small gathering that we're having. We're having some another couple come over, and we're all going to shoot our bows. So I want to make some things for us to snack on and a great drink as well. For all of the ingredients and step-by-step instructions, go to mythingstodo.com. That's mythingstodo, the number 2.com. It's mythings2.com, and you can get all of the written instructions and the ingredients there. So let's get started. I've got some a loaf of bread that I bought last night for dinner that I made croutons, and that'll be on another video one day. And I'm going to cut these on the diagonal, maybe about 1 inch thick. So I'm going to cut my bread in slices about 1 inch thick on the diagonal, only because it makes it look pretty. It doesn't change the taste, obviously, but you know, I'm trying to be a little bit fancy in my backyard. I'm going to keep the end piece for something else, maybe to snack on later with my brie cheese. Alright, so I've got my bread sliced up, and what I've done is I've prepared my pan ahead of time. I went ahead and put some olive oil down, put a parchment paper on top of that, and put a little bit of olive oil on top of that also, so that the underside of my bread will get just as toasted as the top part. I'm going to put my bread slices on the pan, space them out a little evenly, make sure there's enough room for them all. There we go, get the last piece in there. And I'm going to drizzle the top with some olive oil, and then I'm going to put it in the oven. I've set my oven on 425. I'm going to put these in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes until they're nice and toasted. So let's get that drizzle of olive oil on top. And the olive oil I'm using for this is the olive oil you can use for baking items, drizzling on top of salads, using for dips, making croutons like I did last night. So now this is going into the oven for 10 to 15 minutes at 425. I'll see you back here again when this is ready. See you soon. So while my bread is toasting in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the drink that we're going to have today. I've got a bag of mixed fruit that I got from the store, and it's frozen mixed fruit, so that's going to substitute for my ice, so I don't have to buy ice to keep this chilled. And I got a ginger ale with cranberry in it. It's cranberry ginger ale. I think that's going to taste good with that. I'm going to use this entire bag of fruit. It's 64 ounces of mixed fruit, strawberries, mango. It's got pineapple slices and peaches. Oh gosh, look at that. That's just a lot. I love that. It's going to taste so good. Gotta be careful opening up this bottle, because I had it in the freezer also for a little while and wanted to make sure it was chilled really nicely. And you know what happens when you open up a bottle of soda too quickly. Now we're just going to pour that on top. Ooh, look at that. Oh wow, look at that. It just looks so yummy inside of there. Ah. And just because I'm going to go ahead and stir this around, because I want to make sure that every little drop that we drink will have that fruit infused in it. Here we go. Put the top on. And I'm going to give this a little bit of a taste. I'm going to use some inexpensive cups today. Oh my gosh, that's so good, so refreshing. I love it. Wonderful. Well, you know what? I think my bread is ready to come out of the oven, so let's go get that. Okay, so our bread is ready. It's out of the oven, and oh, look how beautifully brown that is. I'm going to start off by spreading each piece with some of this garden vegetable cream cheese that I bought. Put it on each piece of my bread here. Half of these I'm going to put the red sweet pepper strips on with the pesto, and the other half I'm going to use the prosciutto. I'm going to make a few of these with the red sweet pepper strips and the pesto on top. See how simple that is? Just want to, since they're in strips and really easy to place. There we go, just put a little bit on top of the bread there. Look at that. And then a little dollop of pesto on top. Just a little dollop. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. I'm just going to go ahead and keep making up the 4 of the red sweet peppers, and then I'll do the 4 prosciuttos. And now I'm going to add some prosciutto to the other pieces. I'm just pulling it off in small strips so I can just add it on. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Go ahead and start getting them on the tray. I'm going to make up the rest of my prosciutto bread, and I'll get back to you in just a minute. One extra one, so we're going to call this the cook's piece. Do you hear that crunch? I love the saltiness of prosciutto against the sweetness of the garden vegetable cream cheese. It's fantastic. Alright, so here I go. I'm going outside to our range and have some fun. Got the hors d'oeuvres for my company. Gonna shoot some bow. This is my things to do. Why don't you make it your thing to do too?